In my memory, we walked in the sun and in the rain. And as I wrote this so long ago, the sun and the rain had pulled this from me. And now, the two together have become you. Sun and rain, come down. My eyes scatter the evening sun as it moves below the distant mountain range, and I can see the individual rays. They absorb the particles and exchange time and energy for the gift of seeing what's before me. Too often I take for granted, and I miss the blessing they offer once again. Perhaps if I pay attention to the waves as they crash into the shore of me, I'll see that they have more to give. I won't run away from strangers or strangeness. All things exist to me. Hyacinths fill the air with an aroma that's all too familiar. As they breathe, their exhale is my inhale. The scent sets sail across an ocean of space until it reaches land and is taken in with carefully considered appreciation. Slowly, the scent is recognized until it fades into the background and into my subconscious. Things are once again taken for granted. How long before it becomes a well-hid memory? Alive, the hyacinth certainly feels what it feels, and I'll thank it for its offering through simple acknowledgement. Birds, a chime, a song. All of these things bounce off of one another and their surroundings to create a perpetual and worldly harmony. Translate it as it comes to me and reverberates. The harmony becomes my soundtrack of life. Your words and mine. Together they create a bubble for us to reside within. As the vibrations of your perspective reach the inner world of mine, I am for a time rewired by you. Only when you're still can I return to my world to contemplate the symphony you've created for me. With some harsh, but even more soft tones, your life song is further composed onto the air, and I breathe. A tree can be understood by its rough and ever-changing texture, soft when compared to steel, but hard to us nonetheless. It's easily recognized, like the hands of those you know too well. I believed a lifetime of solitude could not steal my memories of them. One hand on your cheek, my hand in yours, your hand in mine. The feeling of your shape as it morphs into me. Touch is your life colliding into mine. an infinity of interactions, recognized as a whole. I understand you better after each collision. One day, I'll move beyond all of the never-ending thoughts. I'll quietly stand with my arms around you, listening to our symphony. You permeating the air as we watch the sun and rain come down. My watering eyes from windy days, glinting from the setting red sun, as the light recedes behind the presence of raised earth. You were the light, and the mountains were the night. Each ray separates like daylight strobes, a deliverance of energy and a gift of vision. How often I don't stop and pray to one of the few gods I've ever known, the sun. This same cycle, rising and falling, will be with me from the beginning until the very end of this incarnation, and even into the next. So many chances to finally open my eyes to the insanity of the wonders before me. I ought to let the anxiety wash over me as the existential realization of what I am from a greater perspective dawns on me, pushing me again into the strange. But I don't run away from these things any longer. The light no longer scatters around me. It comes straight to me, and I'm filled with the spectrum. The fields of living beings erupt with floral notes. To us, their signature is sight and scent. But I wonder how we stand out to them. In our symbiotic existence, does their inhale of our size show them any more of who we are, in the same way that their letting go lifts us up? Perhaps not. Perhaps in the same way we eventually put it into the back of our minds, they always have us hidden in theirs as well. An afterthought. But it doesn't take long for even the most intoxicating experiences to fade away. Our souls burn right through the moments. We're not ourselves during that rush of emotion, and we're no longer ourselves after. To know of a higher plane, a richer existence, yet unable to remain in its light, draws closer the darkness. We'll always seek that greater light, forever envious of who we had been at the peak. I hope through these selfish acts of all-consuming indulgence that hinges on the supreme giving away of others, that my actions also tell a tale of my unending appreciation. The world's song, a collection of every heard tone nearby. The birds sing their swan song as wind chimes underline the dusk. It sets the tone as the light continues to fade, giving the coming darkness a less ominous approach. And my heart and soul are lightened during this daily descent. And then we spoke. An alchemical world of vibration created. Your laughter harmonizing with my words. My other self, quietly watching from a strange distance, wondering if this is all truly real. I was changed for a time, which has lasted even until now. And only after we left each other's presence could I see what truly happened. I was under a spell, as your voice drew closed my eyes like the setting sun. And we were sometimes rough around the edges. Not the elegant and refined peoples of age and wealth, but because of our jagged edges, we knew the importance of a single, softer moment. And perhaps you never got old, because I never knew you too well. We appreciated the dream too much to introduce the truths of the waking world. So I placed my hand on your cheek, oddly chubby as they were, and drew you into me. The intoxication of blooming from one into two, into everything. An infinite moment, because I'll never forget. Someday, when this tired memory and ceaseless mind grow too weary, and I finally return to those quiet, easy moments, the ones that last forever, and in my quiet memories, I'll watch as the sun and rain came down. Thanks for watching the video. I'll be reading and analyzing my book From Then Till Now on Wednesdays and Peace of Mind on Saturdays, as well as my quote conversations throughout the week. If you enjoyed the video, don't be afraid to like and subscribe so you can visit my channel each time I provide more content, and engage in the comments so you can share your thoughts with me. Have a good day.